Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nadia Gomez Salas. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I choreograph some dances and details of how I choreograph, what apps I use, and everything like that. So if you want to see how I choreograph, then keep on watching. I was doing a get ready with me of going for a private, and it just came to me of basically my choreography is pretty, some people calls it intense and some people calls it like creative, but like in a crazy way. My choreography, because I have mom brain now, I need to memorize everything, and I do it because, for one, even though I'm in a new studio right now, I never know if just in case of that one dance is going to repeat again, or to save my own butt and for me to know what I'm doing and not to waste the dancer's time and my time. I like to have the dance as ready as much as possible. I can't choreograph fully at the moment. I have to really sit down and choreograph. Like I said, I never seen anyone talk about the way how they choreograph. I seen like maybe TikToks, like expectation versus reality of like how we choreograph. I would say every dance teacher, every choreographer literally choreographs different. Some might have choreographed in the moment and then they think back of what they just did. Some probably records themselves meanwhile freestyling. Some probably sits down and like literally picture of what they're doing. So everyone choreographs different. In my case, one song can take me a whole day to choreograph a dance. So at this point right now, I'm choreographing 3 dances. Each dance took me a full day to choreograph, to write down and think of counts and think of everything what I need to do. So that's why people finds it intense, but it helps me. So that way, for me, I don't like to waste my time of thinking what I need to do, wasting the dancer time, getting them cold because they're waiting for me to choreograph. I like to keep the ball rolling. I do use 3 devices. I use my laptop, I use my iPhone, and then I use the iPad. The only thing is I record off my iPad, so I'm just gonna tell you what I do with my iPad. But first, I'm gonna go on to my laptop. So my laptop, I do use Google Drive. So you'll see right here with Google Drive. And then if you have used Google Drive, you know that in the left section, it shows new folders, new documents, whatever, all that stuff. I do make a folder of the studio name, and I would show you, but I don't want the studio name to get out there because where I teach is a really small town and I don't want people to know where I live. And then on that studio name, on top of it, I still make more folders. So I'll make a folder for choreography. I'll make a folder just in case if we have meetings. I'll make folders of if we have a fundraiser, whatever the case is. All that one folder of that studio, it's lined there. So let's say also, for example, when I would choreograph at a high school, I would have a high school folder, and then on top of that, because maybe I will go back to that high school, I will make another folder of the high school name, and then from there. So the folders are very important for me. Like I said, so I have the studio name, click on the studio name, then I have another folder called choreography. So now you enter choreography folder. Now, it sounds very intense. The reason why I choreograph like this is because before I would literally write down everything on a notebook of what I'm choreographing on that count, what am I doing and all that stuff, and then next thing you know, I will lose the notebook and I can't go back to the notes. I had to rely on a video. And yes, you can do everything on the video, but sometimes there's like certain things you're like, wait, was it on 5, was it on 6? And then sometimes you start guessing. So that's why I'm going all on Google Docs. So this is new for me, and it did take me like almost a year and a half to get the hang of this. Not the hang of this. It took me a year and a half to have an idea of how I want to organize my choreography. All right, so now I'm in the choreography folder, and then you'll see more folders. In the future, there will be a lot more, but right now there's only one that is called Spring 2025. Spring 2025, it's literally all my choreography at the moment for that recital. So right now we're doing the recital for Spring 2025. So obviously all my choreography, it's going to be in there. if it comes to the point for me to choreograph for competition, then I will have, for example, another folder of that choreography saying like choreography comp for 2024 2025, because literally is for the whole year, obviously. And let's say winter show will be like winter 2025, and then moving forward and all that stuff. So it's only one because I only am now doing choreography this year for that studio. And then you'll see my 3 choreography. Whatever class I'm going in, then I go to that class. So for example, ballet 3, and I literally write down every count what I'm doing in that dance. This song in particular, it's only the soundtrack, there's no words or nothing like that. So when it comes to word, I do copy and paste the lyrics, and then I am literally writing down what I'm doing during those lyrics sometimes, or I'll be putting down the counts of what I'm doing on those lyrics. Because this one is only the sound, what I did is basically so every 8 count is literally what I'm doing of the dance. So think of like every 8 count, it's a combo, so that way I can show what I'm teaching / I'm doing and a reminder of myself, if that makes sense. So now let's say I'm teaching my ballet 3 class, so I'll click onto ballet 3 and all my choreography is there right when you see it. So just in case, let's say I'm not gonna come in, whatever the case is, I would forward this choreography to the guest teacher or the substitute or whatever it is. So the first thing you'll see is how many dancers there is. Next thing you'll see is the music, and then where you will be able to find the music. So like in my case, I put the music, you can find it on YouTube and Spotify. And then on top of that, I would say if it's edit or not edit, because if it is edit, I need to make sure I send the music over to that sub. And then on top of that, because I do formations on an app, I'll tell them where they can find the formation, and as well I'll send it over to them. And then I will also show of the way how I'm counting the song. This is where it comes really intense for a lot of people. I literally put down every 8 count what I'm doing in the dance. So let's say the first 8 count, it says so the first 8 count is formation 1, and again I'll show you what I'm talking about. Formation 1 is B plus 1 by 1 going to 5th position at partner, looking at each other. And so again, this probably does not make sense to you guys, but as me as a choreographer, I know what I'm talking about, and I'm literally talking about what I'm doing that whole 8 count. And then on the next 8 count, it shows between from this second to this second, formation 1 2 3 4 5, and it's explaining of what I'm doing during those formation changes during that choreography moment. So I like to think of it like every 8 count is a combination. For me to be able to teach the dancers, I break it down every 8 counts, which a lot of choreographers does, and I break it down from every 8 count to every second of that 8 count. So like let's say I'm in the middle of 1 minute and 30 seconds and I want to repeat, I want to go back to that second. I'll probably go back to 127, which is the 8 count before 130, if anything. So 127 through 136, it's one full 8 count. So that way I don't have to guess. Meanwhile teaching, I don't have to guess where we're at. I can literally go to that point, and then the dancers will know, okay, get ready, 5 6 7 8, and then they'll start going during that 8 count. Just remember, this what makes sense to me, and probably you'll be understanding of what I'm talking about. But every step, it's a count ready. It's just different, but I hope this explains decently for you to understand. Now on to iPhone. So my iPhone is mainly for music. I use mainly Spotify for my music, for dance, and then I use Apple Music for my music. But now at this point, it's like a whole mix, because sometimes I find music on Apple and sometimes I find music on Spotify only. So it depends. But literally my phone is literally only for the music, and I do have my Apple Watch where I can control to play it, not play it, and all that stuff. Then my iPad. And then on my iPad, I use the app called Arrange Us. And Arrange Us, the reason why I use my iPad is because it is a bigger screen. And I would like the dancers to all see what's going on. But for now, I'm gonna use my phone to show you. Let's just say I'll show the point dance. So real quick, I like using Arrange Us because it shows the formation of the dancers to see my vision. So obviously that's formation 1, formation 2, formation 3, formation 4, 5, 6, 7, and going forward. Like I said on my notes, it says formation on during that count. Formation 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is what I'm talking about. Now, it's only on numbers. So what I do with my kids, I tell them, all right, let me put you in formation. Once they're in their formation, that first formation, I tell them, your number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever number there is. I tell them, memorize it, because when I say next formation, I'm going to tell you by number. You do have the option to put the names, but let's be realistic. If you're old enough, they're able to remember their numbers, and it makes life easier. And then it makes life easier because you're able to see where they need to go. And then once I show them where they need to go, it makes sense for them. It helps so much when you have so many dancers and you're having like this vision of like how to get their formation there. It helps to mimic where dancers should go and all that stuff, and it gets the picture done. It helped the dancers to understand my vision of placement, especially since this was the first dance for them to learn from me. So they don't understand when I mean like here, 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 because they're learning how I teach and they're learning how I choreograph. So this for sure helped. So I hope that makes sense. Like I said, I feel like it'll make more sense when I'm putting the screen or I'm showing you guys what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna be blurring out or covering the studio name just to be safe from my end, because like I said, I live in a small town and I don't want people to find out where I live, even though I'm a small creator. But still, my safety is very important, and the kids dancers, it's very important as well. Now, when I'm done choreographing, I do take everything with me until show week. Show week is literally when I will put everything on my phone, because obviously I'll still have my phone with me, but Google Docs is on my phone anyway, so I have that. Once I have everything updated for Arrange Us, I would send it over to my phone, because you can share it from mobiles to mobile. And if you're sharing it to another teacher, just make sure they have Arrange Us so you can share it with them. When it's show week, let's say I had to do last minute changes, I will literally just look on my phone, so I don't have to take out my laptop, I don't have to take out my iPad, because I'll most likely leave these devices at home so they don't get damaged, just in case. Everything will be on my phone during show week. But from the start of choreography to show week, I take everything with me to the studio. I hope all that made sense, and I hope it makes it more clear once I show the videos of like how I choreograph and how it looks and all that stuff. I hope this all made sense, and I hope if you're a dance teacher, this inspired you of like a way to choreograph, a way how to save your choreography, a new app possibly to share your formation, picture, ideas for your students. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like dance content, let me know so I can continue posting more dance videos. Other than that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Comment down below as well other ideas out there for me to post. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.